But we are joined by, well, a friend of the platform, Auckland publican Leo Molloy, who, like many of you, not those though in the mainstream media, was outraged at what happened in Albert Park 3 weeks ago, and particularly the assault on a 72-year-old woman who had her cheekbone fractured. And it was all caught, literally on video, and the guy who threw the punches, the coward, the piece of human scum who threw those punches, was caught. His picture, it was taken, nothing. Crickets from the police. So Leo, as is often Leo decided to do something about it, didn't you, mate? What did you do?
Well, my involvement might be exaggerated slightly, Sean, and good morning, first of all.
Yeah.
What we did do is, clearly, I don't have an affiliation with either side of this particular scenario that unfolded. I don't even know what Posey Parker stands for other than women's rights. I've never seen a quote or a directive, and I'm pro and I support the trans movement. What concerned me was the mob violence and the way it was validated by mainstream media, fomented by Chanel Lal, and in my view, effectively and retrospectively too, patted on the back from the Labor government and from the Green Party and, dare I say it, the Unite Union, who appear to be involved in the orchestration of the whole event. I don't quite understand why they're taking the trans movement and hijacking it for political purposes. And when they do that, and you get that sort of mob hysteria, there are elements within that mob who, and there's only small elements, who behave in a way that's, they're anarchists. They're very antisocial, they're aggressive, they're violent. And you mentioned that 72-year-old lady. She's one of two that I know of who were quite viciously assaulted. I've put the footage up on Twitter, one of whom was only merely thrown to the ground, but dragged to the ground. And that's why I got involved, purely because I think that person who did it, the people at the sharp end of that group, that supporters of the trans community, there's an element there that is unsavoury in the extreme.